Today is October the 6th, 2025. My name is Brother Leroy Shabazz. This is a quick video to talk about the upcoming CERT program, the Community Emergency Response Team program that will be starting, that I will be instructing on the 16th of October. It starts on the 16th. On the 14th, I got an orientation session. But the actual training starts, the 21 hours of training starts on the 14th, which is on the 16th, which is a Thursday, from 6:30 to 9. And there's a training from Saturday, which would be the 18th, from 9 to 12 noon. Now, you don't have to make both trainings. They're either Thursday or Saturday. If you miss Thursday, you can make up Saturday. And if you miss Saturday, then we'll do something at the end of the training. Again, there's 21 hours of training to become a member of the Community Emergency Response Team. We'll have the basic training for a Community Emergency Response Team member. No matter where you go in the United States, it's a FEMA program. Now, I'm going to say some more about that, but you can go to these websites. On the social media, you'll be able to see, and if you come in a little bit better to see it. You got it? Okay, so if you come in, you'll be able to see our social media websites, and you can find these things on Facebook. CERT, the number 5, R4W Academy, FEMAP News, and then a full Federal Emergency Minority Advice. Those are Facebook sites. Over here, when it comes to the CERT training information, I'll have specific information up there that I'm talking about now for the CERT training, as well as any updates. So please, before you do anything and come to any session, look at CECERT.org, that's www.cecert.org, or r4w.academy, or you can look at femap.news. These are actual websites that I need help working with if I can find a good person on the CERT team to work with me. So the CERT training is 21 hours of training. This is a FEMA program. I'm an instructor from the Ohio Department of Public Safety, authorized to teach this program. You'll learn something about disaster psychology, life search and rescue, basic information that would allow you to become a disaster asset and an extension of first responders. The whole reality of the CERT program is that if there's a major disaster, firefighters, police, everybody's overwhelmed. So they need trained people to help out instead of getting themselves killed and maiming other people. So you learn triage, you learn medical operations, you learn basic training with what we're going to do with this CERT training. And then you can become a team member and you can continue to learn your training, be a part of a team, and do other things for not just your community, but for other communities as a whole. Now, I want to bring this over here to you. I'm going to bring you over here to this map because I'm talking about CERT training. Again, the CERT training, the bottom line of the CERT training is that you just help your community through a disaster. You might be able to do some disaster assessment, which is a whole nother activity for CERT team members. But the bottom line is you help your community. Now, as a student in the Nation of Islam, I need you to understand that that's CERT, but what I talk about, because Minister Farrakhan told us to learn emergency management. So as a CERT team person, I need to understand what my community is. This is Evanston. I need to understand what's in Evanston, who we help in our community, the whole 9 yards. So this is a map of Evanston. Again, if there was an event, I could come help my community, make sure that these people down here are okay, do life search and rescue in these houses, or do life search and rescue wherever I'm instructed to go, or wherever they need us to go. However, when you come to emergency management, there's a whole different level of what we're supposed to be doing according to the minister. For example, as an emergency manager, I understand the dynamics of my community, so therefore I will know that these residents right here, these residents right here, these residents right here, according to the zoning map, pose a certain threat to the community based on income levels and the condensed housing areas, right? So therefore, if I'm learning emergency management, what I would need to do is let these people know and make sure that these people are prepared specifically in case of disasters, as opposed to these people who are in houses or opposed to these other people with different dynamics of their living situation. So again, as an emergency manager, what I will be able to do is understand that if something happens, as a Black community, what I need to understand is I need to know that the emergency management agency is going to bring propane tanks here on a certain day, or they're going to bring water tanks here and here on a certain day, so that my community is not just struggling to maintain being alive, because that's what happens in black community. We wait on white folks to do stuff for us, and we end up in a bad situation. So I'm not going to go too much longer on that. I hope you get my point. Again, I'm going to post some more videos. Continue to check out, to look at the websites. Continue to look at the social media, because I'm really about to ramp this up. As a matter of fact, and I'll close with this. In my last training that ended a couple of weeks ago, and as a matter of fact, 3203 Warwood Avenue is where we're at right now, where the office is. I'm at Fifth Christian Church. Matter of fact, on the 11th, which is this coming Saturday, we're having a CERT certification ceremony for the people who just completed the training recently. One of those persons was so kind as to say, Brother Leroy, you need to get busy on what you're doing. And they gave me the first $300 for us to become a 501c3 organization. So we're operating on a whole different level right now, because 2 days ago, the IRS approved us as a 501c3 organization. So again, come take the training, come be a part of something that's really taking place in the black community that's very important. I'm going to do, my next video is going to be something concerning the men's class that took place at New Prospect Baptist Church recently, and that's going to be interesting. And I want to talk to you about that in reference to disaster preparedness. And I'll end with that, because it was an interesting meeting, and Pastor Lynch personally called me and asked me to come, but I didn't get a chance to say anything. But we need to really talk about what's going on in the community. So on that note, if you're a black man, and I really need younger folks, I need particularly 25 to say 35, 40, I need young folks, because something is going to happen. Things are going to go down. The grid is going to go down. People are going to filming camps. I know they are, because I can send them there according to my training and my stance with the Emergency Management Agency if I'm called in to do something. So on that note, please check out the website, CECERT.org, for the latest updates on what the CERT training will be about. On that note, peace to you and yours.